Welcome back to X15 Inside on the Road with Cummins. I'm Drew Blair, your host, alongside David King, product manager, and we are back with you in the episode that personally, Dave, I've been looking forward to most. I hope you are as well, because we're actually taking you on the road with Cummins. We're behind the wheel in the passenger seat for the perspective with the X15N engine.
Yeah, I'm excited to go for a ride with you today, Drew.
Love it. All right, ready to fire it up?
Let's do it.
Dave, you've been with Cummins for a long time. You've been with this product for a long time.
Yes.
What goes through your heart and mind when you get behind the wheel of with this engine powering this truck? What are you feeling right now? You get to drive this.
Yeah, it's a lot of excitement. So, to actually kind of live the product from design, development, and then to actually being in the cab, driving the vehicle, it's pretty exciting. It's not something you get to do every day, so I kind of get to live like our customers a little bit. Their jobs are pretty demanding out there, so it's important that we really kind of understand what they experience every day. This truck's loaded with safety features, so when people get in our blind spots, it's going to let us know that. So it could be some beeping along the way on some of these turns.
Never going to complain about those.
Yeah, it's pretty modern features now driving a truck. No gears to shift. This has got a Eaton Cummins Endurant 12-speed automated transmission, so I don't have to shift any gears. It just does it all.
And this is the newest of the OEM offerings.
This is one of the very first trucks to be built, so we're excited to have it and put it into our fleet of marketing vehicles.
Why did you get your CDL? How is that helpful in the kind of work you do?
I go through spurts where I use it or don't use it, but it gives me the opportunity to really live our products and see exactly, how it works in what it's supposed to be doing. And so I think that's just a really great opportunity. So our customers are pretty demanding for what they need for their engines and the trucks, the powertrains. So being able to know it and be able to understand when they say something about how it behaves, we can understand it better.
Sure. So you've probably driven a variety of trucks over the years.
Yeah, I used to have to shift gears. So, yeah, started probably 36 years ago learning to drive. It was way different back then. So, and now with natural gas engines in trucks, it's really a pleasure. It's quieter. The trucks are so much more refined than they were 37 years ago or 36 years ago. There's a natural gas truck there. One of our customers. It's always a pleasure to see our customers running our natural gas products.
I noticed since I joined Cummins, my road trips have completely changed, and the things that I notice out on the roads. I spot customers, I see our badge on the side of trucks, I'm looking for that. I see the service and support locations, just Cummins everywhere.
Exactly. Yeah, it just changes everything. You start looking for it and it just becomes so obvious that it's out there, and Cummins powers everything.
Other driver real world impressions, what else pops in your mind? You said it's quieter.
So I think we've done some detailed work improving throttle response for natural gas engines on this product. So we continue to refine it. So we've been producing natural gas engines for over 30 years, and we put everything we've learned into this one engine.
The X15N has been in customers' hands for more than a year now, but it went through so much more field testing and global, right?
That's right.
In all of this time, what kind of driver feedback have we heard so far?
The feedback's been really positive. You mentioned globally, we have over 74,000 production engines in operation globally, with over 11 billion miles aggregated across those engines. We also did 2.2 million miles of field testing in the US as we tailored the product for North America. And the feedback's been really positive. You know, it's something seemingly as simple as it drives like my diesel is just a great comment. It means that we've slipped right in, and they don't feel like it's a bad thing to have to drive the natural gas truck.
Absolutely. It's comfortable. It's familiar already.
Exactly.
Is there anything the fleets need to do or consider when preparing drivers to operate natural gas? Is there onboarding, different training?
Yeah, there's a little bit. I mean, it drives like a truck. That's the good thing. Kind of being familiar with the fuel delivery system, the storage system on the vehicle. So this truck here has compressed natural gas tanks up the back of the cab. CNG was how we refer to that. And so knowing like how to turn that on, where to drain the filters, because it has gas filters to take out any kind of impurities. So those are different. In this case, the RPM that we cruise at is a little bit higher than diesel. That's to help optimize the performance of the X15N or natural gas engines in general to the powertrain and the application. So we continue to, we talk about that. So it'd be about 100 RPM higher typically for a line haul truck that you're cruising at. And that really gives you really good power and torque for gradability or cruise power. If you noticed when we started up earlier, it probably cranks about a second longer than starting your diesel truck. And that's just kind of a artifact of natural gas engines. It's not a hard start situation, it's just cranks just a little bit longer. So again, that's another nuance. And then engine braking, we have a little bit less horsepower for braking. That's the compression brake, but it does have compression brakes. So just being aware of kind of that it's a little bit less than diesel, and so making sure you're aware of that when you're going through the high grades. Speaking of which, we're going into the hillier part of southern Indiana right now. So Indiana isn't completely flat.
That's right.
And it's beautiful this time of year. We're getting ready to hit the highest point in the county, so that's cool. What's really nice is the automated manual transmission. The Endurant just does all the shifting for you. You don't have to think about that at all. In the old days, you'd have to think about what gear, you double clutch to shift, and just you don't have to do any of that now. It's very seamless, and we've worked really close to integrate the powertrain so that it does all the thinking for you, and it's really smooth.
Dave, we get a lot of questions about fueling and what that's like. Now that we've been out driving on a beautiful day, I think we should pull in and show everybody what it takes to refuel the X15N.
Great idea. It's really easy. So we'll pull up here to this CNG fuel station and we'll get some fuel.
We'll see you next time on X15 Inside, and we will get this truck back out on the road and you'll see what it takes to refuel. Make sure to join us.